Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Spectrum Drama, where we take a look at the hottest posts on Spectrum for the week and give our opinions on them. Now just again another caveat, Spectrum is still a cesspool. No, it's very light on heavily upvoted posts, so we are kind of, I don't want to say scraping the barrel, is that a mean thing to say about our posts this week, would you say? maybe not scraping the barrel, but yeah, there's not as many highly upvoted posts as normal, so we've done the best we can, and but hopefully these will be interesting. But don't forget to comment, because you can win that Nomad ship. Chuck a hashtag giveaway on your comment, and then we're going to be drawing that at the end of the month, around about the 2nd or 3rd of February we'll draw that. And some more big news. So this is technically episode 99, can you believe it, of Spectrum Drama. So next week, for our 100th episode of Spectrum Drama, we're going to attempt another live Spectrum Drama. So if you want to be involved, we will put out some details in a post on YouTube at some point in the week, to give you an idea of what time it will start. And basically what I would say is, if you've got any ideas for some interesting posts that you see, or if there's basically anything you want to talk about, come along, chuck your ideas in the chat, and we'll do our best to talk about it. The last one lasted about an hour and 40 minutes, I think, so it's quite a good experience, and hopefully all of you can join us to celebrate the 100th episode of this crazy YouTube video. So fingers crossed you can all be there. And that's it, so let's jump straight in. Okay, so first up we've got a post from Robert Grzeziak. I think. I can't pronounce that, and I apologise for butchering your name. But it says, my game character needs a beard. Character customization. So currently, Robert feels so naked. And you'll see from the image that he's essentially gone into paint and drew a very basic beard on his character. But even that looks better than nothing. And let's face it, we don't all want to be clean shaven, like Luke in the first Star Wars. No one wants to be him. I mean, nobody wants to be Luke from like the newer Star Wars, where he's just essentially a crippled old man who throws away lightsabers. But we won't talk about that. But everyone wants a beard. Every man wants a beard. Is that? I mean, I'm saying that from a man who can't grow a beard, but you've had respectable beards. I want a beard, damn it.
I'm sure there's some people out there that want a beard, like full-on biker gang, Father Christmas kind of beard.
Yeah,
that's what I want to see.
Kind of beard that's hard to put in your helmet.
yeah.
I'd love to see the evolution of helmets as well. If people are trying to fit in these kind of like the newer style beards that you see on like hipsters and stuff, that are like really long and like groomed with like beads in and shit.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't had much customization updates for, well, it's got to be over a year now, right?
Yeah, something like that. A couple of new faces maybe, but I think that was it.
Yeah, I think there's some new faces added about 6 months ago. Yeah, not a great deal, really. You would have thought that this would have been something on the character artists' kind of shopping list to do, and we would have seen something by now. I wonder if it's a technical problem, why they can't do beards or something.
Maybe. I mean, you look at how much effort they're going to for like cloth, and if they haven't done a lot to make hair flow or move. It's very stationary, and the kind of games that have that kind of really, really CG style hair, that flows around in the wind, they're normally single player, because obviously you've got a set certain number of assets that stream in. You can afford that hair kind of thing, but maybe it's just a bit much at the moment for this game.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's difficult to say. They haven't really said anything, and like I say, I thought we would have got some more updates on this by now, but then I suppose they haven't really done anything for the female avatars yet either. And is this really a kind of priority for them? Probably not.
No, No, I mean, I don't blame them for putting this on the back burner because, yeah, it isn't really a priority. I mean, for those of us who like to immerse ourselves and, you know, we want to like create a character that's our own, I think it is difficult. I think that, I mean, I've seen some weird and wacky stuff done with this style of creation tool, but I find that even though it is very similar to like the GTA style sort of kind of way of creating your character, it's, I don't know, it seems in my eyes a little lackluster in that, like, I tried as best I could to try and make someone who looked a bit like me, and the best I could do was kind of like me if I was from Russia, essentially. that's the closest I could get was Russian DBC. I don't know how you say DBC in Russian. If anyone's Russian, let me know in the comments. But yeah, that's the best I could do, was kind of a very Eastern European version of me, basically.
Yeah, I haven't actually tried to like recreate myself in the game. I can't be bothered to go to that kind of length. But yeah, and when the game actually comes out, I'll probably spend quite a bit of time trying to craft that special character look that you want. But right now, I just press randomize a couple of times and then go. That's it.
Yeah, for me, so long as the hair's right, I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Cool. So next up, we've got a post from Cast Iron Nephilim, which is an awesome name, by the way. A simple addition to prevent needless deaths due to cruise control forgetfulness. Long and short of this is you go on a long trip, you put on your cruise control, and you're heading to your destination. You get there and you brake and you come to a stop, but then you release your brake and you fly forwards into a station or a person that you were stopping near, and it's very embarrassing. I want to say we've all done it. I know I've 100% done it many times. I think I've even killed you because of it, which, you know, let's face it, I do that on a regular basis anyway. But have you ever done this?
Yeah, I think I've done this maybe once or twice. Especially when you've got to slow boat it to some kind of investigation site. You come in pretty hot, and then out of nowhere you get this shipwreck in space. Yeah. Because the sun's behind you, you can't see it either, sort of thing. Or rather, the sun's, at that angle where you can't see the wreck properly.
Yeah.
You just see this lumbering shape just come out of nowhere, and the ship explodes.
Yeah. I mean, he's got a solution here, and I mean, it is the most kind of simplest and cost-effective solution, I would say, which is basically to do what cars do in real life when they have a cruise control, is that if you press your brakes, it deactivates cruise control, and then you'd have to activate it again actively as a safety measure. And I think that's, pretty simple way to do it. And I mean, there's even a post here from Yogi Klatt, one of the devs, that basically says that's a reasonable request and we'll take it under consideration. So if the Cast Iron Nephilim manages to get this in the game, that would be awesome.
Yes, that would be awesome. Please, Yogi, please put it in.
Make it happen.
We don't ask for much. Okay, we do ask for a lot, but
yes.
This is a pretty simple one. I don't actually want it to be a physical keybind because there's so many keybinds in this game already. It's ridiculous. We don't need more.
No.
But yeah, if you can just make that a setting so that if you brake while in cruise control, it knocks the cruise control off, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, no one's ever in the history of ever needed to brake while in cruise control, because generally you put your cruise control on because you're going in a straight line for a long time, and you don't normally have to slow down. So in a car it's different, because like you're on a motorway, there might be a sharper turn coming up and you need to reduce your speed. So there are ways that cars deal with that. But yeah, I think it could be such a simple implementation, and I do hope we see it. I really do. Okay, so next up we've got a post from Lever, and it says, "Prison is a joke. We've been saying this since Prison has been introduced, but now it's been almost a year since we've got it, and instead of fixing the issues, we just keep getting worse." And so basically the long and short of this is that, prisons are a buggy mess. All the missions are bugged. Delivering the mind stuff to get out of prison is bugged. I've been stuck, as I've discussed many times, in the actual cell, so I couldn't even get out. So there's a hell of a lot of problems with the prison system. But there's also some really awesome things about the prison system, which I think people overlook because of how broken it is. And which is, there's only been a couple of games, I think, really in history that have implemented prison that, all right, fair enough, this one doesn't work, but when it does work, I think it works really well, and it's such a clever system that they've actually managed to get in the game a lot earlier than I think people expected. So that's kind of one plus. And the mining idea and all that kind of stuff, working your way out of prison, I think is a really cool idea. And when you're not stuck in the ground.
Yeah. Like you say, there's tons of bugs when you do get thrown in there. It's even more frustrating when you kind of tried your best to avoid prison time, but for some reason, like a bug or whatever, you end up getting a few hours sentence.
Yeah,
that's really annoying. But like you say, the idea behind it is a good one. Getting convicts to mine to reduce their jail sentence, that's a cool idea, and it makes you wonder what else they're going to be able to put in there eventually as more systems come online. Are we going to see probably not science gameplay in prison, but I'm sure there's going to be other methods for people that don't want to mine the way out. They can do other things. I mean, they've put this whole merit system in there so that you can farm merits and then kind of sell it to other inmates somehow, which is, again, kind of cool. The problem with that at the moment is that there's usually only like one or two people in there at the moment when you get thrown in jail. And most of them do just kind of log off because issues. But yeah, it'd be really interesting to see how they end up developing this in the future.
Yeah, and the whole idea of the merit thing, when we've got servers that can hold 100 or 200 or do you know what I mean? Like, I hope that they manage to work it so that, because the prison, in theory, could be its own entity. I don't know how they draw that in the world, but surely they can fit more people in there because it's a smaller space. I don't know how it works, magic. But having a few hundred people in prison, and then imagine that canteen area, and you go down and you think, God, I can't be here for another, we'll call it 6 hours, and so you offer to do a task for someone else and they will reduce your sentence, those sorts of things, where you can become like a kingpin in prison and just own a bunch of time that you give out to people. I just think that could be some really awesome gameplay when it works.
When it works, yeah. In the meantime, would it be a good idea for CIG to reduce the prison timer like they did with the insurance one recently, just to sort of get past some of these teething issues? Because if they're not really developing or trying to fix some of these major bugs in prisons, maybe they can just reduce the sentence by half, say, so people aren't stuck in there for 24 hours.
Yeah, definitely. Especially, the naughty boys who are really getting themselves into trouble, because when they go to jail, they really go to jail. I mean, being forced to not play the game for a whole day or more, because it's bugged is unfair. So I think they should probably, maybe even just have like a generic, 1 hour or 2 hour sentence. Do you know what I mean? So it wouldn't be very immersive at the minute, but it would mean, fair enough, you kill 50 people, you still only get a 2 hour sentence, but it would reduce the possibility of people essentially being stuck without the game for a day or two. So I don't know. Yeah, definitely a good idea. Reduce that down a little bit. And the other cool thing that it did bring us was the possibility to escape, which is just one more bit of gameplay that you could try and do. Although, did we try? I can't remember if we tried.
We tried once. We had some bug issues. I think I fell through the floor and went into the planet or something.
Yes.
So, and eventually we just kind of gave up with the idea.
Yeah, that rings a bell. But again, it's another positive that comes out of the prison is even though it is broken at the moment, but let's face it, a lot of the systems are broken. We just focus on prison, I think, because of how much they pushed it out as such a big thing, as such a look how proud we are. And we've said this before of, the image of, Chris Roberts sitting there polishing a turd, his gilded turd. That's essentially what this prison does feel like. It's a polished turd at the moment. But once they
really
get all
polished,
those,
though.
yeah, I mean, it looks good. I mean, it does look nice. It's just
it's a good looking shit.
Yeah, that's a good looking shit you got there. But at the end of the day, it still tastes like shit. Don't eat it.
Yeah,
that's the takeaway from this.
Yeah, that's the takeaway.
Cool. So last up, we've got a post from Helgast, and it says, "Welcome to Star Citizen." And this is a basic, very simple one. It's just a video that Helgast has made, essentially like a trailer, kind of, for Star Citizen. It has some upsides. It's very pretty. It is a good video. It's well put together. There's some issues to it. Which does make me laugh. He says some things in this video which may be stretching the boundaries of this game currently. Would you agree?
Stretching the truth is what you want to say.
That's what I want to say. I don't want to say he's a liar.
He's bending the truth slightly. Yeah, there's a few statements about endless possibilities and things, and it's difficult to watch it when you know that it's complete bullshit right now. But but the video itself it's got some nice, pretty scenes in it. The music's really good. Not a fan of the robot voice though, I have to say.
No, that was the first thing I said to you. The minute I watched it, I have a deep-seated hatred for that bloody narrator voice that you hear when people can't be asked to do a voiceover. I think it's probably because I kind of pride myself on my ability to speak. So when I hear someone just going, "Hello, this is a video," and you're like, no.
No.
Take it out. Put your own voice in. Even if you sound somewhat special, we're fine with that because it's better than that bloody robot voice. I used to just get a narrator out and click on Windows just to hear it go forward round window. So it's in. Oh no, can't be doing it.
Oh, bringing back memories.
Yeah, but yeah, endless possibilities. I mean, we get where you're coming from. This game, in theory, should have endless possibilities. I mean, down the road, 10 years, 20 years down the road, it should have endless possibilities. But at the moment, if this was a trailer that I saw and I'd never seen the game before, I think, wow, I need this in my life, and then I'd get it and I'd be very disappointed.
Yeah, false advertising.
Yeah, you should work for CIG, Helgast.
Yeah. I think it's kind of a dead giveaway, really, because it's lots of ships flying around and a little bit of mining.
Yeah.
And other than that, it doesn't really show, endless possibilities. So you got to sort of take it at face value, really.
Yeah.
I guess. I see what he's going for. Probably just not the best time for it.
Yeah, probably not. But one thing I will say is that it is a nice video, Helgast, and we definitely don't begrudge you making it because it's nice to look at and all that kind of stuff. Shame about the voice. The one thing that I do want to point out is either Spectrum has changed drastically over the past couple of years, and it is now acceptable to just post your fan creations anywhere you want. But I am confused as to why this video has not been flamed into the ground and had its ashes shat on from a great height and then stamped on by like 12 angry men. I don't understand, because we posted a video here once. Oh my god, last time we did that.
Yeah, don't do that, especially with the moderators watching. They start taking your post down and telling you to piss off. It's strange. I don't know, maybe it's Spectrum is going through a new year, new me kind of thing.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. Or your video just has to be all positive.
Yeah, you're not allowed any negative connotation in the video at all.
Endless possibilities. Yeah. Okay. So what we'll do then is not next week because of the live Spectrum drama, but the week after we'll do a 100% fluff piece on Star Citizen, and we'll put it on Spectrum and see if everyone likes it.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm capable of doing a fluff piece for this game anymore, but we'll see. Okay, so there you have it, folks. That is all the posts for this week. We hope you liked them. We hope you found them informative or amusing. And if you did like them, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, hit that bell, do all that good stuff. And it doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and it really does help us out, so we appreciate it. And don't forget to get in that comment section if you want to win the awesome Nomad ship. Hashtag giveaway on your comment, and we'll be tallying them up in about 12-13 days time, so you haven't got long. So comment on this in every video in January for your chance to win. And don't forget, if you can, join us next week for a very special live version of Spectrum Drama. We will give out some more details a bit nearer the time as to timings and all that kind of stuff, and what day we'll actually be doing it, but we'll keep you all posted. And if you want to join us, we'd be more than happy to have you guys. So I think that is pretty much it. So thanks everyone very, very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye bye.
Bye bye.